I think one of the things that used to really bother us, we would say, EFM should be at the table. How come they're not at the table? And really, if you want to be at the table, you've got to have a reason to be there.
Yes.
There, you don't just get invited because you might potentially have something good to say. You're at the table because you're recognized as being wanted and valuable.
Welcome to ConnectedFM, a podcast connecting you to the latest insights, tools, and resources to help you succeed in facility management. This podcast is brought to you by IFMA, the leading professional association for facility managers. If you are ready to grow your network and advance in your career, go to ifma.org to get started. Today we're joined by Laurie Gilmer, immediate past chair of IFMA's Global Board of Directors and the current president and COO at FEA, as well as Lara Paemen, managing director of IFMA EMEA. Together they share insights from the 2023 World Workplace Conference in Denver, from celebrating the global community of over 4,000 attendees to highlighting the importance of professional development programs like the CFM Credential. They also delve into the evolving landscape of facility management and how IFMA is shaping the industry with innovative education, research, and opportunities for career advancement. But before we dive into this episode, here is a special message from IFMA's current Global Board of Directors Chair, Dean Stanbury, about World FM Day happening on May 8th, 2024.
Hi, this is Dean Stanbury, Chair of the International Facility Management Association's Global Board of Directors. This World FM Day, we celebrate the facility managers who improve the quality of life for people who use stadiums, venues, offices, airports, museums, schools, and any other facility regardless of its purpose. Thank you for working every day to ensure that buildings and their components work properly, efficiently, and safely. IFMA is proud to collaborate with FMs to make a positive difference on the profession and ignite the careers of facility managers around the world. Happy World FM Day.
Lara, today it's you and me, Laurie Gilmer, the immediate past chair of IFMA and
Managing Director of IFMA EMEA. This is a two-woman show. We're at World Workplace,
which is the best conference ever.
The greatest.
In Denver, I'm going to go with well over 4,000 people. The vibe is awesome.
It is insane. I've seen many World Workplace conferences, but this one is really cool. There's so many people from all over the world, by the way.
Literally. And you know what else I heard? I heard we have over 1,000 first-time attendees. I'd like to validate that number, but at the same time, I think I'd just like to celebrate the number.
To be honest, this morning I was at the first-time attendee meeting, and it was packed. They had to keep people out of the room because it was too busy. So it was so impressive to see everybody, and they were all eager to have their first experience with the conference, and there was great connection, great mingling. Everybody was talking to each other. It's such a great vibe. It's unique. It's really unique. It's uncomparable to any other conference that's out there.
I so agree. I was talking to Tina Schaus, I think it was yesterday, and she said, I tell everyone this is my family reunion. I'm going to a family reunion. That's a great way to think about it.
It's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is the way that we think about it.
Yes. And I love the fact that it's also, it is a US-based conference, but you do have so many people from across the globe. So I just met with people from Saudi Arabia, from Egypt, from France, from Spain. It's amazing that everybody wants to be here as well.
Yes.
But it makes sense because, again, this is a conference that brings such great content, and everybody is here that means something in the business. So
exactly. And, I think, too, when you come to World Workplace, this happened for me. It's the nickel kind of drops, and you realize this is why we get together. Getting together is, I think we realized post-COVID that it's really important to be in person.
Yes.
You get here and there is an energy that you just can't mistake, and it makes you want to do more. It makes you want to be a part of things. I'm going to change the channel just a little bit.
Sure.
Over to the CFM and IFMA education.
Yes.
So this morning we talked about this being the 30th year of the CFM and how many people have gone through and got their CFM and that mark of distinction. We have Ambassador Moser from OBO who is talking about what a mark of distinction the CFM was. And recognizing it's 30th year right now.
So impressive.
It is amazing. And I'm so proud of what we've built and proud of those who been leading the way for 30 years ago. We had a bunch of them stand up.
Yeah, and they were there. It
Yeah.
was so great to see them and that they're still so engaged with the association, with the industry. What struck me that this morning was that, there were figures shown from where we can find the most new FEM credential holders. And what was great is that it's not just US. I love the fact that Saudi Arabia, UAE, India, Hong Kong,
Canada,
yes,
leading
exactly.
the pack.
It's amazing. It's really, truly an international credential program. It's so impressive to see that. And through these 30 years, we've really gone big on this one. It's fantastic.
I think the other thing that I think about is, okay, so that was 30 years ago that we figured out, hey, facility management, we need education. We need to figure out how to take something that is very dynamic, always growing, always changing. And that has not ever stopped. It's become even crazier. Well, not crazy, but it's always moving and it encompasses more and more. And to have our education keep up with that is great.
It's very impressive.
Well, I'm amazed at IFMA's quality of content that I've seen and how we've been able to pivot and adjust to the
needs of today.
Exactly. And it's not just to look back at what facility management used to be, but looking forward and seeing those trends. How do we educate people on those things? How do we incorporate that so that they can be best they can in their job, really stand out as those excellent performers on behalf of their organization? That to me is also another market distinction that I think we should not be proud of.
No, definitely. But what's great now is that, everybody's looking for skilled professionals now, and there's really a need for skilled professional, and that's where programs like the CFM, but also our FMP and our SFP, even our essentials of FM, can add so much to an organization. We are peaking when it comes to our professional development programs now, because everybody wants to have professionals that are skilled, that are educated. Everybody's shouting to get people in. And that's, I think, one of the reasons as well where programs are so popular nowadays, because there's such a need for people. It's booming.
Are you ready to elevate your career to new heights? Join us this October at IFMA's World Workplace Conference and Expo in San Antonio, Texas. Experience 3 action-packed days of inspiring keynotes, education sessions, and networking with industry-leading experts. Discover cutting-edge technologies and innovative strategies that will revolutionize your organization's productivity. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your career and shape the future of work. Register today at worldworkplace.ifma.org.
Yes, it's just trying to find good people who, number one, just understanding what it is we do. Management. That's one thing.
Yes.
And getting that recognition of the profession. That's certainly something that foundation and with other groups through things like Facility and whatnot, helping kids recognize this as a career opportunity.
Choice.
We've got the education, but it's sort of
get the people in.
Too.
Exactly.
This is a fantastic career. It's amazing and diverse. I mean, you could go overseas, like with OBO. They were talking about that and having these international opportunities.
It's amazing. And the industry is growing so massively, I would say. If you look at the region where I'm responsible for in, let's say, the Middle East, the construction there, it's like there's new buildings being constructed by the second, I would say. But there's not enough people to operate and manage them. So everybody is looking for those people, and they're looking at IFMA because they know that what we produce is a great standard worldwide. So it's really reflecting, what the industry needs. It's really quality that we bring. And it's like what you said to your point, the content that we deliver. It's amazing how we are continuing to evolve with the needs of the market, with, what people need nowadays.
Yes. And on that, even beyond our credentials, some of the education that we're developing and the things that I don't want to reveal what's coming.
I know.
Move a strategy here.
It's going to be good.
Oh my word. Some really great topics. Just look at the research and in looking at that as form, what do people need to know about next? What are people clamoring for? Things like the topics of safety and security.
Oh, yes.
There's such a huge deal. It's already been a need for a long time, But from a facility management perspective, it's what does the FM need to know?
Yes.
And how do you grapple with that physical space and its connection to more the IT/OT side of the house? How do you navigate that? Those are the kinds of things I look at that I think that is tomorrow's leaders.
That's the role that IFMA needs to play, to create that awareness that those are the topics that are so relevant for our industry now, and where our facility managers need to pay attention to or educate themselves to be able to stay relevant, to be able to stay on top of things.
Right.
So you were referring to the research of IFMA. I think we have been doing a great job in the last 2 years in the research that we have been producing. It's spot on to what the market wants. It's looking into the trends today. So we're really doing, I think, what the market is looking for. And it helps to create that awareness.
Exactly. I think one of the things that used to really bother us, we would say, the FM should be at the table. How come they're not at the table? And really, if you want to be at the table, you've got to have a reason to be there.
Yes.
There, you don't just get invited because you might potentially have something good to say. You're at the table because you're recognized as being wanted and valuable. And the way that we help equip the FM profession to be wanted and valuable is through training. And opportunities.
Oh, yes.
There's things like volunteer opportunities. My word, being a chapter leader or being a volunteer in a chapter. Those efforts, those are really good safe spaces to demonstrate and learn. So if you're looking to advance, my word, get involved in IFMA and start using that as a training ground. So I think there are so many facets. There's the formal education, there's the volunteerism effort. These are the things I'm passionate about. Clearly
Absolutely.
You are too. Take care. We're signing up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. And as always, please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for more incredible content.